what's happening in your city. City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views. Got love for your city? City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views. City Views. Oh, City Views, City Views. City Views. City Views. Oh, City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views. Oh, City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views. City Views. Oh, City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views. City Views.
Good evening and welcome to City Views. How are you? Thank you for joining us. One of those nights, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us. We'll get through this one way or another. So glad to be in the house with you. My name is Jacque Williams, your host for City Views. Riding solo tonight. My co-hosts, oh my gosh, there's just so much going on. And they're hopefully going to be back here on the show in the up and coming weeks. But until then, as the old saying goes, the show must go on. But let me tell you, it wouldn't go on without our very supportive sponsors, our big city sponsors. So we want to take this opportunity to thank them for their support. I want to give a big, huge shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. Their number is 860-496-7771, and you can reach them online at tothins@optonline.net. Also to Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Avenue, Suite number 1 in Torrington. Better call Mel. His number is 860-307-1128. And you can be reached online at healthmarkets.com/local-health-INS. Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. They can be reached at 860-598-8753. And they can be reached online at brookstoddmcneil.com. Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington. Pediatric care for over 50 years. They can be reached at 860-482-8177 and online at torringtonpediatrics.com. We got a great show lined up for you this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be hearing from Michelle Cook, and she's going to be letting us know what's cooking. Also, have two very interesting gentlemen that we're going to be speaking with this evening, Neal Thomassen and Alessandro Andrulli. And they're with the Connecticut TV and Film Alliance, so they got some great stuff for us. There's great happenings going on in that particular space. Also in the show, we're going to be hearing from Karen Cole, the programs director at the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, and she's going to be talking to us about the value of becoming a chamber member. Also, we're going to be premiering a video from a couple local artists here from the Philosophers Guild. And Shane Scully and Joe Severo, along with Kareem Holbrook, got a little something special that we're going to share with you in just a few moments. So you can call all your friends and neighbors, tell them that City Views is coming at you, okay? So you can get it on. Now, as we wait on Michelle to give us a call, I got to let you know some of the great things that are taking place in the city of Torrington that's coming up. We just had a great weekend with the Strawberry Festival that took place at Co Park. And also 5 Points had their thing going on with their printmaking exhibition both Saturday and Sunday. So downtown was packed, a lot of stuff going on, activity, things happening, and it's always good to see that. Also, just want to give you a little inside information. Culture for a Cause will be having its biannual fundraiser taking place Thursday, June 13th at the new venue in downtown Torrington, Crossroads Bar and Bites. And we're going to be doing a fundraiser, and we can invite you to come on down and hang out with us for Cocktails for a Cause. And we're raising money for our Digital Media Arts Center, which we're having high hopes for, and helping to collaborate with community entities and helping them get the word out to the larger community. So really excited about that, looking forward to it. And we're going to have some interesting people in the house on that night hanging out with us. And we hope that you can come down and partake in the activities. So that's one thing amongst many others. Did I give my cell phone? Where did I put my cell phone? I had everything logged into that. My memory doesn't serve me quite the same way that it used to, but what can we say? Oh, Dan, you're the best, bro. Thank you so much. So let's see what we got going on here. If I can bring up that site. My man Stephen Ivane put some information out for me. Let me see if I can catch up with him right quick. There he looks like he is. You know, it's interesting how our phones it's like a lifeline. What would we do without our phones? It's amazing how much information is kept in these little things here. So I, for one, will be grateful for the opportunity that it provides, and hopes that, I don't know, I can't think of another way that it's going to be as convenient to store all this information, you know, and everything gets smaller and smaller too, so you never know. We might have like all this information in an earring that'll be like going off in our ear like constantly all the time. Nonetheless, let's see who we got on the phone. I'm anticipating that it's going to be Michelle to tell us what's cooking. Good evening. Welcome to City Views. Did I miss something here?
She's back.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome to City Views.
Good evening. What's cooking?
You're cooking.
I am cooking, all right. I am late. How are you?
Well, Michelle, you're never late. You are always right on time.
Oh, no. Today, I promise you, I am late.
Well, you know, you're going against your very defined reputation as being very punctual, my friend.
Well, today I'm trying to be in 3 places at the same time, so one of us has to be late.
Okay,
so,
okay.
But I'm happy to be with you guys, if even for a brief, short minute. And thank you for always allowing me to call in. Today we had a big press conference with the governor and the Speaker of the House. As you know, I've discussed nursing home legislation on this show many, many times for many years. And today we did 2 big pieces of legislation, or this session we did 2 big pieces of legislation, and we had the bill signing today at a nursing home in Bloomfield. So it's a good day. It's not far enough, but it's definitely progress, transparency, and talks about moving the amount of beds in a room from 4 to 2, and keeping like big money out of healthcare in the nursing home world, as well as the transparency piece, and then a whole host of other things, and a fluid system so folks could get their Medicaid without going to a nursing home. So we did a whole lot of things, and I'm happy to answer any of those questions for folks if they want to reach out to my office. There's a lot to fill in a little bit of time.
You know, Michelle, and it's so nice to have you give these quick updates and whatnot, because it's sometimes difficult to get the information out to the people in a timely basis.
It is, and we rely on the news and social media, but at the end of the day, making sure that you are able to share that information as well is also just as vital importance. So,
well, it's kind of impressive that you have the time to put into your committees, which are multiple committees, and I sometimes have to marvel at your level of energy and how you're able to expend yourself dealing with these real tough issues.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And I've been honored to be asked to speak at a conference in Seattle, so I leave it first thing in the morning.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get everything wrapped up to take care of that and ensure that things aren't, left behind here, and, doing all of those things, constituent work, and as also, the job in and out of the state. Sometimes it requires you to go. So,
right.
And I'm walking into a board meeting for Friendly Hands as I speak.
Right. Right. Well, Michelle.
So, I just wanted to say, too, that folks will be getting, like, an end-of-session newsletter.
Yeah.
And so that'll be out. It's not out yet, but that'll be out by the end of the month. And all the updates as well will be on my Facebook page, too. I would love for people to be able to feel comfortable reaching out and asking questions, because I know the good stuff that we do really does make a difference here in town.
Absolutely. Michelle, we thank you for all your efforts, and we want to encourage you to continue the good work. We want to wish you very safe travel plans, and we hope that you can come back to us safe and sound.
Well, thank you, and then I look forward to doing a legislative session call with us. Maybe if we can do that in person.
Absolutely. I look forward to that. Unfortunately, Michelle,
right.
We're kind of pressed for time, so...
I know we are, so I just want to say thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. Have a good one.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I think, do we have another call on the line? Let's see if we got Neal on the line.
Hola. Alessandro.
Miss- Neal,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, man, I couldn't be finer if I was in North Carolina.
Hey, I have the co-producer of the event on the line with me, Alessandro.
Yes.
Andrulli.
Yes.
How you doing?
Nice. Tracy informed me that I was going to get double teamed tonight.
Double the pleasure.
Well, take it easy on me,
It's that
guys,
kind
okay?
of show, right? It's a pleasurable show.
PG. It's PG.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I don't think I have a potty mouth. I think I'm pretty good. My daughter, I swear when I stub my toe,
Yes.
stuff, and she corrects me like, don't say that. So,
Wow. Well, Neal, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk with us, and you as well, Alessandro. Now, there's a big movement going on here in the Northwest Hills for the television and film industry, and it's really exciting. And we've been meeting people that are, filmmakers, producers, promoters, and there seems to be a real level of enthusiasm that's building for this cultural situation to take place here in the Northwest Hills. Can you talk to us a little bit, Neal, about your involvement and what your vision is for the company?
Oh, sure. Actually, this is an event we did way back in 2005. It was called the Global Entertainment Media Summit back then, which was a 2-day event filled with 3 rooms, all having different things going on.
Yep.
Then I turned it into the film industry mixer, and it was geared more towards film instead of music.
Yep.
And we did that all the way till 2013. But then I stopped. I had a child and bought a house. So I took 10 years off. Up until about 6 months ago, the Connecticut Film and TV Alliance, they had an event in Southington. and I attended it, and there was like 200 people there, and it got me like excited and reinvigorated about getting back involved and getting people together for this event, which is basically, it's a showcase of all the talent that's like in Connecticut and the region. So it's your writers, your producers, directors, all the different talent, the crew people that are involved in making a film. And the event is basically, it's broken up into 3 sections. We have panels, which, they're all different people at different levels, from Hollywood producers, network producers, distributors, to like independent production teams, to organizational directors like Film Fest directors from around the state. And then we also do VIP interviews. We have 16 of those, which we pick out like writers, directors, people that we could spotlight. And then there's a talent showcase room where we have actor monologues and people with music and film. And that's kind of the event.
Well, I mean, when you're putting things like this together, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of resources coming together to make this kind of stuff happen. And no one does this kind of, with the thought in mind that it's going to be a one-time event. So talk to us a little bit about how you're tying this into your vision for the company and your long-term goals for how this is going to have impact within the region.
Well, in the past, we've done smaller events throughout the year, because once you do a big event, everyone's all pumped up and excited. They're like, let's do this again. Like, like 3 months later, like, listen, no, I have a full-time job, and this is like my second full-time job.
Right.
And, I need a break. But there's other organizations doing great things also that, like I had mentioned, the CT Film Alliance, they do networking events every couple months with different production companies. Our other partner with the event is Joe Young Entertainment. They run Hartford's Got Talent, which they just sold out the Bushnell Theater, which is kind of a big deal. It's a big space. They do a lot of different things. So, I mean, there's stuff that goes on through the year. The last big thing they did was getting a large group of people up at the Legislative Office building to oppose Tax Bill 5110, an act to eliminate the film tax credit.
Yes.
So they ended up throwing that out. So we still have the tax credit, which is, to attract bigger budgeted films to Connecticut.
That was a great time on Capitol Hill, networking with, people that were supporting that legislation and hearing the testimonies from people that, were advocating for the tax credit to remain in place.
There's over 200 people who testified.
Yeah.
Who had written testimony.
Yeah, that was great. And I think, from that particular event, we're starting to see the groundswell now from that in terms of planting those seeds to bring those productions here to Connecticut.
If I can chime in for a moment, this is Alessandro. And the big deal about the film industry mixer this year is we haven't done this for about 8 years.
Oh, okay.
We the last one we did was with the Guard Art. What's it, 10 years? 10 years. Wow, 10 years. Wow, yeah, all right, 10 years, never mind. Which I executive produced that event, which was at the Guard Arts in London. And the big reason why we stopped doing it for a while is because they significantly had cut the tax incentives that year when we did our last event. And it kind of deflated people's enthusiasm. But over these past years, film, when they started to bring back the tax incentives, business started really coming back in a huge way. We have a lot of brick and mortar studios that came here. If you were at the hearing, you would have heard, definitely have heard that. There's a lot more brick and mortar production companies. And, Jonathan Black from Chair 10 Productions was talking about how he wants to make it easier to show people that are interested in this industry a pathway to get into the bigger jobs and on the bigger productions and to find a career in this industry. So the event, the Film Industry Mixer event, is a big educational event. along with networking, where people can learn how to get into the industry, what production companies are here that they can apply to, find a pathway, and to showcase themselves as professionals and meet other professionals in the industry in order to create jobs. So this is really just kind of riding that groundswell and trying to really build some more momentum.
Well, I think the momentum's being built, that's for sure. And I think that when you're looking at it from the perspective of economic development opportunities, I think that that's a situation that lends itself to greater community collaborations, because now different sectors can actually benefit from that type of economic development. So I think it's a win-win situation, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that your efforts continue to matriculate to reach that goal and that ultimate objective of bringing some of those bigger productions here to the state.
Thank you. Man, we are partnering up with Goodwin University, and we are also partnering up with Joe Young's company and with Chair 10 Productions and with the Film and Television Alliance. So we all see the benefit of why this kind of an event is important, to draw a large spotlight on what is here and get a lot of news outlets to show up and get the state to be aware of what's happening in their own backyard. When we were doing the talking about trying to keep the tax incentives at the legislative building, a lot of the legislators there were even unaware of how much growth there has been. I feel like that's helpful to educate our legislators about how much growth there is, and also where they can count those economics. It's not just in the money spent to make the productions, but also in the hundreds of thousands of dollars per production where they spend it on restaurants, catering, hotels, and such. So that really was something that they didn't really calculate of how much of that does help the state itself.
Well, that's all good stuff. And, the fact that, we have a situation, especially here in the Northwest corner, where our delegation is really kind of honed in with laser focus on this particular industry and the impact that it potentially has. And it kind of helps, too, when our 63rd State District Rep, Maria Horn, is on the Finance Committee. So
I remember that name.
yeah. But she understands how vital this opportunity is, and how it can significantly impact the lives of the residents of our community. So
and we're also trying to balance our budgets, our town budgets, our state budgets, and the more they can help support us to help that growth, to encourage that growth, that helps every year when they're trying to put their budgets together.
And you got to consider too, now that we have this expansion of networks and channels, there's more opportunities to get these productions placed. And once people start seeing that happen, then I think that they'll be able to really feel the impact and how that can have a definite a change in terms of the trajectory of the economic forecast in our community. So it's exciting, and I especially for our young up-and-coming artists to know that they might have an opportunity to build a career at home. That's just something that I think is a compelling aspect of this type of opportunity. And we want to retain our young people, and hopefully that is something that can help us reach that objective.
Yeah, and at the event as well, that they can walk right up to any of these industry professionals and ask a question. Anything that they're trying to figure out as far as their pathways, that's a great opportunity when they come into these in-person events.
And we're also partnering with the 40 Hour Film Project.
Yes.
Because that's like it's such a mixture of people, like from high-end professionals to beginners.
Yes.
Under tight deadlines. It's a cool experience. I've done about 5 or 6 of them, but they've been doing it for about 10 or 11 years now in Connecticut. So they have a big following group of people. So a lot of those people that are part of that event will probably be attending our event also. And like I said, it's a range of experiences from like someone just out of college to someone who's an industry veteran or Hollywood producer.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're really excited, and we're looking forward to being in attendance at the event, and we'll definitely mix it up.
Awesome.
We'd love to come and talk to you guys more once we get closer to the event itself, just to kind of give you an update of any major guests that we may have come on the show, coming to our event. So that'd be lovely if you're interested in having us on again.
Yeah, because we're in the planning phases right now. We just got the website up. It's filmindustrymixer.com, but it's kind of still under construction.
Right.
But we'll start to post the people that we do get, like all our VIP interviews and our panelists. Who's going to be on those panels, who we're showcasing. And we're trying to be some like celebrity type people there and network producers. But that's going to come over the next probably like 2 or 3 weeks.
Great. Well, you definitely have a mouthpiece here at City Views.
Oh, thank you.
So,
thank you so much.
We will definitely work with you to help you get the word out, because this is vitally important to our community, and the networking aspect of an event like this can just work wonders and go a long way. So we're anticipating good things coming from this.
Super. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank
Ladies
you so much.
and gentlemen, with us on the show, Neal Thomassen and Alessandro Andrulli. Did I pronounce that right, Alessandro?
Perfect. Thank you so much. That's perfect.
It was perfect. Are you
I had
serious?
to practice it.
Are you serious? Dan's going to pat me
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
back after the show, because I never get anyone's pronunciation on the first time. So I feel accomplished. But we definitely look forward to talking to you on the show here in the not too distant future, and continued good luck and success in all your efforts.
Great.
you so
Thank
much.
you very much. It's Jacque, right? Is that how it's pronounced?
Jacque.
Jacque. Okay, Jacque.
So you have Jacque, the pronunciation. Then you have the English pronunciation, which is John. Then you have the French.
What?
The French pronunciation.
John?
The French
How do you get John
pronunciation.
out of J-A-C?
Don't ask me how. Okay, it just happens. You got the French pronunciation, which is Jean, and then you have the German pronunciation, which is.
Clear your throat when you say my name.
Let me clear my throat. So we'll definitely look forward to having you guys back on the show, and we're definitely looking forward to attending the mixer. So it's all good in the neighborhood.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Neal Thomassen and Alessandro Andrulli joining us on the show today.
It's Ala.
Oh, you guys are too much. I can see it happening now. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about that. Is it about that time, Dan? All right, we're going to give some props to our sponsors, because they keep us on our toes here. So, without further ado, our big city sponsors. We want to say thank you and give a shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. 860-496-7771, and you can reach them online at tothins@optonline.net. Mel Brookman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Avenue, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128 or online at healthmarkets.com. brooks.com/local-health-INS. Also, Brooks, Todd, and McNeal Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut, keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. 860-598-8753, or they can be reached online at brookstoddmcneil.com. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. 860-482-8177 is their number, and he can be reached online at torringtonpediatric.com. All right? Okay. So as you can see, I'm rolling solo this evening. I have my co-host doing an assorted amount of community activities and things of that nature. So unfortunately, they couldn't be with me on set tonight, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that maybe they'll schedule to calm down a little bit and they can come keep a guy company, you know. Gets lonely up in here sometimes, guys, you know. Feel a brother's pain. Oh, well. I think we're going to be queuing up a little video here, a music video from some very talented gentlemen here in the community, the Philosophers Guild, and a couple of these gentlemen are involved with us here at City Views. Joe Severo, who does our field segments, along with Shane Scully, and then our co-host, Kareem Holbrook. So the three guys kind of like busted out on one, and here's what they came up with. The name of this music video is entitled Star, coming at you by the Philosophers Guild. Check it out.
With gravitationally bound binary stars in this world, all the energy you radiate was out of this world. I swear your solar flare could be in the deepest reaches of space. Till you walk it thought a comma, honestly you're a flame. You are phenomenal, credentials to the decimal, your stats astronomical. Who you're of a luminous beauty, you gorgeous. I know it's been rotation since we fell out of orbit, but my thoughts and my emotions still revolve around you. Travel through the moon and back so I can prove that I'm true. Put the planets in alignment, find the time to pull through, so we can constellate these heavenly celestial bodies. Sharp positions like we had an astrological hobby. Babe, just know that no matter your sign, that your soul is sublime. You must be of the divine. From up above you're so bright, you are a source of light. I wish I might have this wish. I wish the star is your star, so bright you light my heart, baby, baby. 'Cause you're in star, yes you're a star, yeah, your light rays way the dark, baby, baby. Yo, stargazing, awaken my heart's racing. Spare me the eulogy, this is reincarnation. I could call you a murderer, but I know it's salvation. You brought me back down to earth, not your fault, it's hard, baby. Now I don't know the ropes, readjust the horoscope. Home is where the heart is, but my heart comes from a broken home. Stellar, you're interstellar, the shelter in your nova glow. And coming out the dark, now there's a few things I thought you should know. Indirect, should've came to you forthright. I'm your moon, a reflection of your shine. Gleaming off the water, guide me to your shorelines. Yeah, you are my low tide, only drown in my own time. Lil Dipper, we meshing, complimenting to both sides. Your love is incandescent, a blessing, no disguise. The world turns, given the forces you're pulled by. Why fight it? We could have embraced it the whole time. Star is your star, so bright you light my heart, baby, baby. 'Cause you're a star, yes you're a star, yeah, your light rays way to the dark, baby, baby. I mean, check it. Love at first sight, we on a low creep. Can't post on the gram of us cheek to cheek. Laid eyes on your posture, my knees got weak. Knew it was deep when I saw your body sleek physique. My jaws drop when I saw that and pants drop. Miss Thickums on TikTok, giving you better. Pulled your hair when you on top, that stairs high. Made you hitting the spot, don't dare stop. Those corny jokes and pickup lines you felt. Called you a Nissan, 'cause I want you all to myself. Still catch them butterflies, your beauty snatch my breath. Smiles lie, but them blue eyes haven't told one yet. Woman want love, but men rather have the respect. But I'ma do my my best for your best interest, so I'ma please you. Made a vow to love that never cheat you. A beauty on my easel, a masterpiece. My angel, you're a star. Yes, you're a star. So bright you light my heart, baby, baby. 'Cause you're a star. Yes, you're a star. Yeah, your light rays way the dark, baby, baby.
Okay, dokey. That was the Philosophers Guild with some help from the Northwest Connecticut Arts Council. Little music video there. You're a star. Everybody's a star. Is that the sentiments in the studio today? Everyone's a star. Are you a star, Dan? No, Dan said I'm a superstar, Jacque. So yeah, we'll let that lie there. No, but I got some cool people on the show today, man. You know, and I really mean that. Literally, I got cool people on the show today. And if you don't believe me, then you might want to stick around for this interview that I'm getting ready to conduct with the one and only, the program director at the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, Karen Cool. Good evening.
Hi, Jacque. How are you?
It don't get much cooler than that.
That's what they tell me.
Karen, good evening, and
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much for calling into the show.
My pleasure. Thanks for asking me.
Well, there's a lot going on at the Chamber, and I think it's high time that we share with the public what's going on and see if they might be feeling that they might be able to benefit from some of the opportunities that the Chamber has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the main things, and I know it sounds a little cliche, but one of our really, pivotal activities is to network, right?
Yep.
Regardless if it's in your personal life, your professional life. And the Chamber offers, many, different opportunities for networking. And we have found over the years that, members have benefited from this networking, and it has resulted in increased business for them. It has provided, advice, friendship, and so forth. And we have found that the networking then kind of turns itself into an information sharing type of venue, if you will.
Yep.
And from that, we have, different committees and such at the Chamber, such as the Government Relations Committee, which Jacque happens to be the chair of. We have a Small Business Council. We have a Health Council. We have a Membership Committee, which is something that I'll touch on in a moment. And all of these committees, are involved with the community at large, and we try to bring both, the large and the small businesses together, and, try to find a way that we could, share, important and pertinent information regardless of their size.
Yeah, that's important because we don't want anyone to feel like, they're too small or not, prominent enough to to grow and to develop their business within the environment that the Chamber presents.
Right. We don't want anyone to feel like I only have a 5-person business, and what am I going to benefit from the Chamber? Well, let me tell you, when you first join, we offer it's about a little over $800 in bonus incentives. For example, ads on the Chamber Exchange, ads in our newsletter, free tickets to the Economic Summit, which is a $50 value,
exhibitor space at our Great Business Showcase that we just had this year at Little Red Barn Brewers. That's another $50 value, excuse me, and so forth. And it comes to about $800 when you add it all up, and that's pretty cool. To get your company, if you're just a little, small 5-person company, or if you're a 500-person company, you're both going to benefit from all of these incentives that we have to offer. And we really encourage members to take advantage of that. We send it out, we give people the information, and we want you to run with it.
And, I don't think, I think we would be remiss to some degree, Karen, if we didn't bring up the engine that makes the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce run. And I think that we need to kind of point out that when you're coming into the chamber, you're going to be, whether you want to or not, you're going to be mentored by Joanne Ryan.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, the woman is just a human encyclopedia and historian. She's absolutely amazing. I've only been with the Chamber about a little over a year and a half now, and I have learned so much from her and have been able to, integrate that knowledge into my performance. And it's I hear people in her office all day, every day, and from all walks of business. And, she's just, you're right. She really is. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed.
In a good way.
Indeed.
In a good way.
In a very good way. And I think,
Absolutely.
I think when people, we talk about, the value of the chamber, what compelled people, to join the chamber, a large percentage of the members plainly state that the reason why they're with the chamber is because of Joanne. And
Right.
that kind of loyalty is hard to come by, but very well deserved. And I think that creates that environment where businesses feel like, okay, we can really get down to brass tacks here because we have a foundation that's laid that that supports us in our endeavors and allows us to maximize our opportunities.
Right, absolutely. And, she is at every single committee meeting. She is very involved in the community at large and sits on many boards. She's the president of the Connecticut Board of Regents. She's got her finger in a lot of pots, which is very beneficial for the chamber at large because then she shares that knowledge, with all of us, and we're able to then disseminate that. For example, with the Insurance Council that we have, that's another one of our committees, Joanne was able to secure getting the Attorney General Tong, to come in, which she will be coming into our office on Tuesday, June 11th at 8:30 a.m., and it is free and open to the public, and we encourage you to come. Speak to him, bring up your concerns, get your questions answered. He's a very knowledgeable, kind man, and he really wants to have an audience that, can use his knowledge to their advantage. And then hand in hand with that goes, education. I mentioned the Board of Regents, but we're also very involved in the Regional Educational Partnership, which is an effort that Dr. Rook from CT State Northwestern and a few of his colleagues spearheaded, along with Ed Advance, and bringing resources and opportunities to students and offering career paths, that they may otherwise not know about. So that's a really exciting effort that we've gotten involved with over the past few months. And then lastly, one other thing that pops into my mind are the social benefits to be had. For example, we have it's a committee called YPO, Young Professional Organizations, which is for anyone 40 and under. And when I show up, I'm the chaperone.
You know you're 40. You know you're under 40. You ain't fooling me.
Yeah, haven't been 40 for years. But between that and then our monthly business after hours and our monthly business with breakfast meetings, we really are able to reach out and have both large and smaller sized events that are really able to target the community on different levels, which is, it's a very cool thing. Excuse me, and we're also involved, as we heard this morning, we had a small business council meeting, and the Entrepreneurial Center over at the Northwestern at the community college as well is very involved and with our community at large and with the efforts that the chamber, puts out. So, we look at social benefits that turn into relationship building benefits that always equal success. So I hope folks get that message.
Well, if they didn't get it today, they're going to get it in the days ahead, because we're going to keep letting the word out and letting people know that the chamber is indeed the place to be.
The place to be. Yes, indeed.
Karen, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk to our viewing audience this evening, and I hope to have you back again real soon.
That sounds great, Jacque. I appreciate the time, and have a very nice evening, everyone. Thank you.
And don't forget, Karen, ground control to Attorney Tong.
Okay. Maybe we can get Chicago to sing it, Jacque. All right, my friend. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Karen Cool, ladies and gentlemen, Programs and Events Director for the Northwest Area Connecticut Chamber of Commerce. And with that being said, it's just about that time. And what's going on downtown? Let's see what's happening at SALT 2.0. Can we give it a go?
I'm Pascal James.
And I'm Joe Severo, and today we'd like you to join us at SALT 2.0 in downtown Torrington.
Conveniently located right next to the Warner Theater, SALT 2.0 is a great option on show nights.
But honestly, SALT's an accessible and desirable option every day of the week. The restaurant's open from 11:30 to 8 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, and 11:30 to 9 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays.
The food service is quick, and the options are both affordable and healthy. They fix grain bowls, wraps, burritos, salads, and my vegan friends tell me that the vegan burrito is to die for.
Not to mention they have a finely curated lineup of international and regional draft beers, and Bud Light too.
There's also a great wine selection and a full cocktail bar. The best part might be the seating. I love watching sidewalk traffic from the front section.
The venue is both spacious and inviting.
There's a ping pong table in the upper wing and Tap TV interactive trivia at the bar. When you come to SALT, you choose the experience.
SALT 2.0 was born out of necessity during the pandemic. The original SALT 2.0 was open in Litchfield. A dining room of the Saltwater Grill was cleverly converted into an offshoot to provide food for pickup.
You can order online for pickup, or you can order online to sit in, or you can request that a wait person take your order the old-fashioned way. For City Views, I'm Pascal James.
And I'm Joe Severo.
Connecting you with SALT 2.0.
And thank you so much to our field correspondence team for letting us know what the vibe is downtown. And speaking of downtown, what about some T-Town shout-outs, okay? And we want to shout out this evening Don's Getaway, located at 34, excuse me, 24 Winstead Road in Connecticut, Torrington, Connecticut. Christie's Restaurant, located at 554 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Health Insurance Services, located at 438 Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Wall and Fraunhofer, located at 117 Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Soul Latina Cafe, located at 31 Hungerford Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Jimmy's Store, located at 1238 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. 5 Points Art Center, located at 855 University Drive in Torrington, Connecticut. and George's Music, located at 905 New Harrington Road in Torrington, Connecticut. And our T-Town shout-outs are brought to you by the Downtown Torrington Partners. The crew down there making sure that T-Town downtown's looking good, fresh, on time, with the vibe. You know what I'm saying? All right. And before we leave the air, we're going to give some more love to our big city sponsors for their support of City Views. Big shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, located 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. 860-496-7771 is their number, and they can be reached online at tothins@optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Avenue, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. 860-307-1128. And he can be reached online at healthmarkets.com/local-health-INS. Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. That's kind of hard to do, isn't it, Dan, keeping an eye on somebody like that? I mean, you only got two. If you keep it one on the other, you know, that could be rough. All right. Their number is 860-598-8753, and they can be reached online at brookstoddmcneil.com. And lastly, Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years, located at 860. They can be reached at 860-482-8177, and they can be reached online at torringtonpediatrics.com. You heard? Spread the word. Thank you so much to our big city sponsors. And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of City Views. And we're looking forward to being back in the house with you next week with a lot more good stuff. There's just so much going on that we just don't know how we can break it all down to you, but we're going to try our best to fill you in. But we do want to remind you that Thursday, June 13th, Crossroads Bar and Bites. That's right. We're going to be throwing down for you, Culture for a Cause, with our Cocktails for a Cause fundraiser. And it's going to be a special night. We're going to be viewing a screening of our award-winning music documentary, John Brown's Body, His Truth is Marching On. Also, a special little nugget for you, a music video that we're doing in commemoration of the Juneteenth celebration. And we're going to have some speakers in the house as well. Some filmmakers, some other community people that I think that you'll find extremely interesting. And of course, we'll be all doing that in the very nice and accommodating venue of Crossroads, the latest venue that just landed in Torrington. So we definitely want to support them all we can and help them become a part of our downtown happenings. So mark that down on your calendar, and we hope to see you. And maybe you come on down and we'll have a couple raffle prizes for you. You might be able to win something special, make it worth your while to come on down, all right? And I think you'll be glad you did, okay? So we got that going on for you. And if you want to find out more about Culture for a Cause, we encourage you to go check out the website at cultureforacause.org, okay? So that's what's happening. And I hope that my co-host will be back on the air, on set with me next week. Please! Otherwise, I'm going to have to sit here and have a conversation with Dan and Doug for the whole show. And you know how that can get. That can get kind of crazy and outrageous. Because these guys, man, I'm telling you, they're, they can shake things up. Especially Doug, because I think that's just in his DNA. He likes to shake things up, you know, like a bag of potato chips, you know, shake it up. So with all that being said, now if you guys want to engage with City Views, we encourage you to do that as well. Check us out on our Facebook page, and if you're interested in any topics, any guests you would like to see on the show, then we certainly encourage your input on that. And we'll bring them on here, and they can share with you the things that they're doing in their lives, in their businesses, and in the community to make life just a little bit better for us all. And wouldn't that be nice? I do believe it would be. So, you guys know the routine. We're in the house each and every Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're also back on Saturdays, 9 a.m., and Sundays at 3 p.m. So, you know the deal. No excuses. Check us out each and every week right here on City Views. I'm Jacque Williams, your host. Have a great evening, a super week, and you know what to do from here.